Hello. I want to talk about the GOP debates. And first off, I'm very disappointed in how the GOP nominees have acted, considering that they keep talking over each other and acting like a bunch of children. Just arguing and talking over each other, yelling is just ridiculous. And all of them's guilty of it, but honestly, out of all of them, Vivek was the one that was showing the most respect. Because at least most of the time he is allowed to the others to get a word in, while most of them constantly just attacked him all the time and hardly let him say anything. One of the worst being Nikki Haley. Now, I very much am disgusted with Nikki Haley for trying to use the name of Israel to emotionally manipulate Americans for her own political gain. Because all because Vivek said he doesn't want to fund Ukraine. She says that he's being anti-Israel. She keeps trying to use the name of Israel to emotionally manipulate Christians and Jews to want to vote for her, which I find disgusting. And this is one Christian person that loves Israel that will not fall for her games. So, needless to say, Nikki definitely does not have my vote. She also made a comment that Israel doesn't need us. So if that's true, then why should it matter if we fund Ukraine or not? If Israel really does not need us, like you claim, Nikki, then why does it even matter if we fund Ukraine or not? Get your story straight. I will not vote for her or any of the other GOP. The only three people I have a trust in is Trump, Vivek, and DeSantis. Those are the only three that have a bit of trust in. The rest of them, absolutely not. But my top two is Trump and Vivek. And if they or DeSantis don't get into the debates with Biden, I'm just not gonna vote. Because I will not vote against my Lord God, the founder of America. I will not vote against the founding fathers and the Constitution and our Bill of Rights. I will not vote against America and American values. Because as far as I'm concerned, voting for any other candidate besides them is voting against America. Because from what I've heard and seen from the rest of them so far, it just does not seem like they have our values they just do not have their best interest at heart when it comes to us. They want to help all other people out, non-Americans. They want to put us last. I am an American. I will vote for America and Americans. Listen, I would like to help Israel. I am not against that, but the truth is, realistically, we do not have the funds. We are not financially stable. We are trillions in dollars in debt. We got so many problems of our own that we need to take care of first. And also, what good could we be for Israel if we fall? If we push ourselves to the point where we cannot get back up, what goods would we be to Israel then? We wouldn't be. We are having a hard time feeding our own families. We're in inflammation right now, having a hard time. We're struggling to survive. We're struggling to live. And you want to keep giving money to other people? We're struggling financially. We are struggling also with an epidemic of sex trafficking, which needs to be dealt with. That is an epidemic that needs to be stopped. We also need to stop the epidemic of violence happening in our country, the epidemic of an invasion that's happening in our country, an epidemic of ignorance. There's a lot of people my age and younger, or older than me, that really are ignorant. They don't know nothing about our country, our values, nothing. I'm 31 years old, and there's people my age that don't know hardly anything that we should know about the values of our country. We need to put law and order back in our country. We need to put back in our country the value of respecting each other's rights. Not trying to put special rights on certain groups while trying to downplay other people's rights or stomp on other people's rights. We should get back to where we can agree to disagree peacefully, respect each other's rights in religion and speech and other things, instead of allowing specific groups try to stomp on the rights of others. We need to put America first. We have to put our people first. If we just keep going the way we are, again, we're just not going to be much use to others. It's like a man, in this case, trying to help two countries at the same time right now. It's like a man with a broken leg, being America, trying to lift two men that are in the wheelchair on each arm. One being Ukraine and the other being Israel. It just won't work. Again, I would love to be able to help them financially, but the thing is, we have to take care of ourselves. I'm tired of helping all these other countries and hardly any of them wants to do anything in return. Now, I don't feel that way about Israel. I mean, I believe that Israel is a really good ally, so they're an exception. But still, with the finances, I don't know if we can really financially be there for them. But as far as manpower and other things, we have to fix our own. We just have to take care of our own country first. That has to be done first. And as far as the debates go, I am not interested in watching all of you bashing each other, pointing the fingers at each other while having three fingers pointing back at yourselves. I am not interested in the catty talk. All I'm interested is, what is your policies going to look like? What is your plans? How are you going to fix this mess? That's it. And so far, the only promising candidates that I see is Trump, Vivek, and after them, DeSantis. And that's it. Those are the only three that I trust. So let's quit with the nonsense and try to put American values first.